to, along with the town clerk, to form an advisory board with the majority of the town board picking, making the appointments, and then the Records Advisory Office also making an appointment. So I was hoping to keep it to 3 people, Carol, so I was going to recommend Tim Bishop to chair it and Mary Sue Reed to also be on the board.
Why are we creating that group? What's its purpose?
It's actually in the town law.
Well, actually, I have a couple of things. First of all, is it your legal opinion that the town board had authority to pass that? As I read the law,
The way I described it last month is that the law is somewhat ambiguous about. It doesn't clearly say who has the authority to do so or not.
yeah, that's how I read it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, and what we talked about at the last meeting, before we went ahead and voted on it, was that my sense was, and the town board's sense was, that since it isn't abundantly clear that the town board should probably take the lead in majority, but allow the town clerk to also make at least an appointment as well, and that's,
I think it was
believe, what
2, it was 3.
3 and 2, I don't remember if it was
3 and
5,
2.
was it 3 and 2? So that's what.
There's an opinion actually from the Association of Towns, what the makeup of a board should be, an advisory board, because it truly is just advisory.
Mhm.
And I think it would be very not prudent to appoint those 2 people. But anyway,
Is
the
that according to the
association, I'm sorry,
Association of
what?
Towns? Is that the
No, the
Association of Towns?
Association of Towns says the board should be made up, they agree, of like 5, or there could be more on there. But they say it should be the town supervisor, the attorney for the town historian, the records management officer as chair, and then someone in the community who understands archiving and historical, like a Bob Sullivan would be. And I don't know if he's the only one, I'm just throwing his name out there. So it's well-rounded, you bring a lot of people in, you know, and so that, and I know you depend on the Association of Towns for their thoughts, and that's what their thoughts are on it. So.
I guess I'm still standing, I mean, I have 2 appointments, we can make it 3 if we want to go to a 5-person board.
Well, I would say that wouldn't be good, and I'll give you my opinion why. You're fully aware of the fact that there's adversarial situation between the 2 people, and I would hate to think that you're doing this on purpose.
No.
Well, you know, of all the
So-
people in town, you do this, it's, come on, you know that is, okay. But, I think that the attorney should be involved. It explains that you should be involved, because if there's funds that need to be appropriated, you should be aware of it. From the
Is
legal
there,
aspect.
Is there a, written advisory from the Association of Towns?
There is actually. It's in Talk of the Towns that just came.
Was it this? Say it again?
And I made a copy for Pete. Yep. The goal here is not to stick it in my eye. I think the goal here is to, if you really feel that there needs to be somebody overseeing the records management or advising, and you know it's an advisory, that we do it in a good way. If that's truly what you believe, then do it according to what the Association of Towns says.
I will absolutely read what the Association of Towns has to say.
Okay?
I will make that commitment.
Yeah,
Good.
no.
Thanks. But I do want to go on the record and say, I have complete faith in Tim and Mary Sue. They're very smart people, have a huge amount of research ability. But I'll table this, and I will take the time to read read the opinion here.
And then you can even get a legal opinion from, if you can ask some other people, it would be very tough. When I've read it, I don't,
Yeah.
it is
it's
gray,
just-
I
the
know,
law
I know
is
it's
just-
gray.
It just is what it is.
Yeah,
so,
and so.
But if you want, it's possible, you know, the
We
town.
could hold us to one meeting, that'd be really cool.
Amend the local law to make it clear. It's another option is to amend the law to say exactly who should appoint it and what the consistency of the board should be. It's another option to make it very clear.
Okay,
Whatever, but I,
let's, we'll table this one. Again, we're running on time here. And do the work tonight, so. Dog enforcement policy, Mr. Bob Myers is prime. I'll let Bob lead it off. I know he's been working closely with Darla. Well, to you, Bob.
Well, just taking a look at, you know, the local law, number 2, for the dog law. I gave the board members all a copy of our existing law, and what we would like to do is, you know, have them take a look at it, see what they think, and we want to be discussing it and tweaking this at our next agenda meeting. I have, like I said, I have talked with Darla to get her viewpoint on it, and in looking it over myself, I'm okay with it, except there are a few things that I think we were going to have to tweak. So that's why I left copies for everybody to look at the existing law, and then at our agenda meeting, we'll discuss it and make any tweaks that are necessary. Thank you.
Thanks. And one point that I wanted to highlight is that Darla, you know, did some research on that concern that one resident had abandoned his dog and wasn't going to pick him up, so who's getting stuck with the bill is the town. So I've asked Darla to do some research on it, and she submitted to Bob and to Peter, so I haven't read it, but just to address that very specific issue that if people abandon their dogs, they're still responsible to pay the bill.
there's
You know, they
current
leave your dog, but.
the language does currently cover it.
Actually, Actually, maybe I don't. No, I don't. This would be a Hayden thing. So, thank you, Darla. At that point, what actually we want to do is, Harry, it was at the agenda meeting, not the special meeting, right?
right, it's the 24th.
Hiring groundskeeper. So resolution. Oh, I see
I can always add it in if you can't find it.
that. No, I got it. Because actually the first resolution got turned down, right? And it was the second resolution.
Yes.
Twelve, 112. So fair enough for Pete to read it off? And just make a change?
Yeah. Or you just gotta amend that.
So I'll just amend it and then rewrite it and add his name.
Right, and then in the meantime, do the research on the second groundskeeper.
Right.
Okay.
All right, so, the resolution was 12-112.
Yeah.
The town board amended to read, the town board hires Harry Boulay as groundskeeper.
You know, limit it to, for purposes of cutting grass for now. or
Oh,
do you want
right,
us-
yeah, for the purposes of cutting grass.
Okay.
Thank you. Do I have a motion? Oh, actually, it's not a motion.
Actually, we want to for now. Usually, Do we have the ability for them to create a new position to amend the specific duties of this one? I'm assuming they're gonna have two different titles. Can you just amend the job functions?
You mean in civil service?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to go through that. I don't know how long the other process is gonna take away from that. So in the interim, we don't have anybody to do those things. Why would we limit ourselves?
Yeah, we could do it that way. We could leave it just as groundskeeper now, and then later, have a resolution that hires Mary Sue to do the gardening and restrict Harry's duties to groundskeeping.
So,
Which would be fine.
all right, so we amend, again, at a later date, just re-amend this resolution.
Right. Or Pessin, doesn't matter.
Go ahead.
So you want me to eliminate the lawn
Yes.
mowing, just say
As
groundskeeper?
groundskeeper, right.
So we'll amend resolution 12-112 to read, the town board hires Harry Boulay as groundskeeper. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Councilmember Edwards,
In favor?
Esposito,
Yes.
Jacinski,
Yes.
Myers,
Yes.
Joyce.
Yes. So our friends in the audience, and Amy, we're going to adjourn to executive session. If George, I was gonna kill me, Dan, if you can stay, Doug. But do I have a motion to move to executive session to discuss the possible litigation matter regarding protection of the town's drinking water? Do I have? Thank you, Frank, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Esposito, Myers, Joyce.
Yes.
Pretty good on the water.